Welcome to part one of our French Cleat Wall Build, where we get started on building fixtures and putting up our cleats on the wall. Let's get started. Here's what we're starting with. This is our awful before picture. As you can see, lots of stuff just doesn't have a home, doesn't have a good place to be. Yes, I had some pegboard. Yes, I had tools hanging up and somewhat organized. However, lots of things ended up sharing a hook. I had that little gutter there, which just collected crap and nothing more. You needed something, you had to dig through it, things fell out, pain in the butt. I also had some containers that, yes, they had some tools and things in them, and I somewhat knew what was in them, but they weren't easy to get to. You didn't know which one was which. Yes, they're clear, but it's still not easily accessible. So we're going to remove all of that, get some French cleats on the wall, start building some fixtures, and get this shop organized for future projects. Let's get started. Let's get some wood ripped. Time to rip some French cleat boards. Here I'm ripping my French cleat boards down. I used 3/4 inch plywood, just construction grade sheeting, nothing fancy. Rip those down to 5 inches and then rip them in half with a 45 down the middle. Here we are in the process of removing the remaining fixtures I had on the wall, storing various tools, and let's just face it, it was a bunch of junk. You can see all the stuff in the previous picture of the before. I had some pegboard with lots of things stored on it, so we had to get all that out of the way in order to start the French Cleat Wall build. You see, I used a spacer block while attaching the French cleats. I chose to go with 5 inches after measuring and found that seemed to work very well with the way I wanted to lay out my tools. So pick what works best for you. Just make sure that all of your cleats are straight and uniform. All right, we're back with our huge pile of pieces to make our crag mount. Routed off the edges of the back piece, routed all the touchable sides of the peg, and that's about all we've got. Gonna flip this over, drill a couple holes, probably grab some CA glue to tap that in place while we get the screws in. Okay, got our top cleat ready to attach, and a spare piece I ripped down. It's basically the scrap ends of a sheet of plywood that I had for the last dimension. Use these smaller ones for standoffs, and if it's a lighter weight item, I could potentially use it for a top cleat as well. Just not a lot of surface area there for glue, and still fully capable of running screws through it, of course, but anyway. Where'd the glue go? There we be. 1 5/8". No, we do want 1 1/4". We don't want to shoot out the other side. Okay, so after a quick check on the wall, I don't need a standoff because my cleat on the wall fills up most of the surface area on the back. So that said, this one is done. Hi, it's James again. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and smash that like button. Click subscribe to see more of our videos in the future. Also, hit that little bell so you get a notification when we do release a new video and you'd be the first to see it. Thanks, guys. Alright, next up is a spot to put our squares. And small pocket level to go along with it. Maybe, maybe not. Something like this I think would work. Might put a couple screws to hang that. Another better way to do it. Well, I think that should do. Let's go with a little room over there for a stop. Let me get more. 11 should work. So, went over to the table saw, ripped off some 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch strips, and I think what I might do is to put an edge piece here to contain that, but to get these to hook, put our 1/2 inch down and our 3/4 on top of it, giving that little ledge for it to sit in so it doesn't pull off. Doesn't need to be very much, obviously, so I think that should work out pretty well. I guess if you don't like it, I can always make a new one and try a different approach. Okay, went to the miter saw, chopped off these 2 short pieces that will mate together and become the hanger for quick speed square. Should work out pretty well. Got our mark here. Though I suppose we should probably mark how far over it needs to be, right? About there. I do believe that would be it. Let's go with that. We're going to go with CA glue on this one. our top piece. Oops. Should be nice and flush. Perfect. Go here. Ta-da. Easy to grab. Okay, maybe that one's not as easy to grab. Maybe we'll put a little block down there to hold it out. Thinking that makes sense. There you have it. 2 very simple fixtures built and nestled into their new home amongst their new brothers and sisters. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.